If we are going to Paris, you've probably heard the stereotype saying that Parisians are rude. Every single stranger we pass, we're like, why? Why are we like that? I don't know. Like, they're gonna be looking at you and they're gonna be like, so you have to work. You have to work to meet local Parisians. Go picnic in front of the Eiffel Tower, go dance along the Seine at night, like have the time of your life. Hey guys, it's Caitlin. I am back in the car and I have my notebook, so you know what that means. Oh my god, I match. Cute. I am back with another study abroad video. I had a ton of people reach out to me in the comments of my last video and my Instagram DMs asking for a specific video for Paris study abroad tips. If you guys haven't watched my general study abroad tips video, I'm going to have it like come out at the top of the screen. I don't know if it's on this side or on this side. Boop. There it is. Click on that video and watch it. I will be referencing it. So I studied abroad myself in Paris. I was there for 1 month. I was supposed to be there for a 3-month program. However, COVID kinda ruined that, but it's okay. I am still here. I still have the experience and I am so excited to share with you guys things that I have learned that I wish I knew. It's getting hot in the car already and we're a minute in. Thank you, Mom, for leaving your water bottle in the car. So before I get started, I want to do a little disclaimer. So I will be talking about the Parisian culture quite a bit in this video, and in no way, shape, or form do I want to sound judgmental or do I want to generalize all Parisians into this category. A lot of countries have stereotypes against their cultures, including America, and I just want to bring some light onto those and either debunk them or kind of talk about like why they're a thing. There are a lot of cars driving past. I'm in a grocery store parking lot and there are a lot of people driving past my car staring in through my windshield. Like that man right there. Hello, happy Easter. First tip, you have to prepare for the culture that you will be going to, regardless of what country you're studying abroad in. However, if we are going to Paris, you've probably heard the stereotype saying that Parisians are rude. And I don't believe that in any way, shape, or form. They just have a different way of going about life and they have a different culture. And what I mean by that is it's not like the US. Here in the US, we're very extremely nice to strangers for some odd reason. Like for some reason, we go to the grocery store, we strike up small talk with someone who's holding the door for us, or we strike up small talk with our cashier. In Paris, that's not really a thing. Not only that, but here in the US, we love to smile at people. Like we love to be out in public on a walk with our dog. Every single stranger we pass, we're like why? Why are we like that? I don't know. It's so sweet. It's such a cute thing in the American culture, but that's also not a thing in Paris. I think that the stereotype of Parisians being rude comes from the fact that they don't do that like everywhere. They kind of just like keep to themselves and, you know, they respect your privacy, and that's how I see it. Don't see them as being rude. Honestly, just see them as respecting each other's and your privacy. The end. My next tip is so cute. I absolutely love this about the Parisian culture, is that they have bzoo. So what a bzoo is the way that Parisians greet each other. So if you're ever meeting anyone that is local to France, you will give them bzoo, which is a kiss on each cheek. So you go up to their face, you go mwah mwah on each side. This is how I greeted my host family. This is how I greeted any local Parisians that I ended up going out with or meeting in some way, shape, or form. And I absolutely love it. It is the cutest little greeting. I mean, obviously it bursts your personal space bubble if you like to have your own personal space, but since it's written into the culture to greet each other like that, it gets rid of that awkward first meeting feeling. You're like, do I go in for a hug? Do I go in for a handshake? Do I just say hello? No, you give them the bzoo and all of a sudden you guys are automatically connected and it's so adorable. I don't know why I'm I don't know. Speaking about meeting Parisian locals, that leads me to my third tip. This is a tip I actually got from the people at the center of which I studied abroad. Meeting local Parisians is honestly very difficult. I don't know if it's like this in other European countries at all. Their culture is very, very tight-knit. Like you have a friend group when you start school and that is your friend group for the rest of your life, and no one can enter, no one can exit. We see that a lot here in the US too. from what I've heard, it's just not a part of their culture to go out and make it a priority to meet new people. Kind of like going back to my first tip, they respect your privacy, so they won't really go up to you and talk to you if you're a stranger on the street. But they are open to that idea. So you have to work. You have to work to meet local Parisians. Ways that I did this is actually through dating apps. If you have Tinder or Bumble, helps a lot. Bumble even has like a friends feature where if someone wants to make friends and not just go on there for dating, you can swipe on there, and it makes it super easy to meet people that are willing to meet people. There was one time my friends and I saw this one kid standing outside of the bar. He was around our age and we were leaving and he was waiting for his friends to go in. And we went up to him and we just started a conversation. We talked to him about like us studying abroad and what he does and everything, and he seemed so excited but also so confused as to why a group of random people went up to talk to him, but he loved it. Yeah, you just have to work and go out of your comfort zone if you really want to enhance your experience by meeting locals of the community that you're studying abroad in. Tip number 4, very short and sweet, but people smoke. A lot of people smoke in Paris. I know that in the US, smoking has kind of been like taboo for the past couple of years, but they're not so much. People smoke. The end. Like, just get used to it, be prepared for it. I have asthma, so I mean, I just had to get used to it. For some reason, people think that pickpocketing is super heightened in Paris. And in reality, it's not much different than a big city here in the US. So don't be scared about pickpocketers, just be aware of your surroundings. I grew up in Chicago. I know what it's like to live in a big city, and that's kind of what it's like to live in Paris. You have to make sure your bags aren't open because yes, it is super easy for anyone to slide in there and grab something. So don't be super scared about pickpocketing. Don't be super scared about people robbing you. It's just like any other big city that you will travel to or live in. There's someone that parked literally right next to me and I'm in the very last spot of the parking lot. So I'm just gonna wait till they leave because I don't know how to speak right now. Oh my god, there's a man behind me too. I'm back. Dude's gone. All right. My tip number 6 is to learn basic French terms. So it's not super hard to go online and just like look up very basic greetings, how to say hello, how to say goodbye, how to say thank you, how to order food, and how to like be polite in public, if that makes sense. Like here, if you accidentally bump into someone, you'll say sorry. How do you say sorry in French? Look it up. Honestly, I can make a French specific like 101 video on what terms you need to know to get around because it's super simple. French is a scary language, but it's also so beautiful, and it would never hurt to learn a couple of new French terms. So let me know if you would be into that. Oh, okay, so 7 is about navigating the city, especially using the metro. So do not be scared to use the metro. The metro is the most widely used form of public transportation in Paris, and because of that, it is so easy. Like, they made it so easy to navigate. It's a series of like tunnels and trains. It's kind of like the subway in New York. Everything's connected by tunnels if you need to walk between one train to the other. There are signs everywhere that tell you exactly what stops every train line stops at, where they connect with other trains, things like that. It is so easy to use. Some things that I wanted to talk about under this category was metro etiquette. When you're on the metro, like once you know what line you're supposed to get on, once you're sitting in the metro going to your stop, first things first, don't expect to have personal space. Like, I don't know how it is now with COVID, but during busy times, like, people will pack in there. If you've grown up using city public transportation before, like, you know how that is, but just know that your personal space bubble will not be respected on the metro, and that's normal. I kind of mentioned this in tip number 1. Do not make eye contact with people. Literally do not make eye contact with people, especially like men. Like I said, in their culture, it is so not normal for people to randomly look each other in the face and smile like it is here, to like, you know, a little courtesy, like if you do that to some random dude on the metro, they will see it as like you flirting with them. Like, they're gonna be looking at you and they're gonna be like, My next tip also goes hand in hand with navigation, and that is do not be scared to use navigation apps. I feel embarrassed sometimes when I'm out in public holding my phone, like trying to use a navigation app to get from place to place, and I don't know why. But don't be scared to do that while you're in Paris, because even locals do it. I got all of my best navigation tips from Parisian locals, so like they're the ones that gave me the apps that I use to get around. So it's just like, it's so widely used there, and all the navigation apps are so extremely helpful. They will tell you exactly which lines of the metro to take, where you have to change metro stops, where you have to get out and walk around for a little bit, find another metro stop. It is so extremely wonderful. Definitely use navigation apps. I also talked about which apps I used in my other study abroad video, so if you guys want to hear about that in a little bit more detail, you could go over there. My next tip is to buy a reusable bag for when you're grocery shopping. I actually have mine with me because I keep it in my like everyday bag. So this is a little bag. It's a bag within a bag. You take it out, unfold it, you have a bag. I just said bag maybe 10 times. But yeah, pretty much you guys know what these are. They're not as widely used here in the US as they are in Paris, but every time you go grocery shopping, you need to bring your own reusable bag, because I don't even know if plastic bags are available there, like, at all. My last tip is genuinely just enjoy yourself. You are in Paris, you are in France, you're there in such an independent setting, and literally the world is your oyster. Honestly, all of these tips are to help you guys prepare so that nothing shocks you and so that you can enjoy your time in Paris. Go picnic in front of the Eiffel Tower, go dance along the Seine at night, like have the time of your life. And yeah, that's my last tip. I just am really passionate about you enjoying yourself, because that's why I'm making these videos, so that you could prepare yourself to enjoy yourself. Get it right. Those are all of my tips. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope all of the tips that I had in this video are super helpful to you, and I hope they shed light on something that you weren't super familiar with before watching the video. But yeah, if you guys have any tips or any recommendations on videos that you want to see when it comes to studying abroad or anything in life, please leave them down below. If you have any further questions, also leave those down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!